Hi, it's Diederik Gelderman here. Over the last couple of weeks, we've talked about converting phone calls, inquiry phone calls, into clients that actually come into the practice and take some sort of action, whether that's vaccination or desexing or whatever it happens to be. Let's go back one step before that phone call's in the door, before that phone call comes in the door. And so you've got lots of strategies in place to attract new clients to ring you and make that inquiry process happen. So they can ring you from your website, from a Yellow Pages ad, from an ad in the newspaper, from an article in the paper, from a sign on a bus stop. You know, there's dozens and dozens of strategies to attract new clients. Now, what you should really be doing is measuring the investment that you've got in each single one of those strategies, measuring how many clients make phone calls and then book appointments from those strategies. So you've got the cost of the investment, for example, Yellow Pages or website. Divide that by the number of clients that come in via that medium, and that'll give you your what's called client acquisition cost, the cost of getting a new client from that process. So you'll find it'll be a different cost to get a client from the website versus the Yellow Pages, versus a letterbox drop, versus an ad in the newspaper, versus a referral program. And please, don't think I'm suggesting you do any single one of those. I have my opinion as to what strategies work. I'm just giving you a whole broad brush examples. I'm not saying any of them do work or don't work. You need to find out what works in your practice, and I'm happy to talk you through that if you want to send me an email and we can set up a one-on-one time. What I wanted to talk about today is clients of mine are constantly trying things all the time, and I just wanted to share some really contemporaneous information, some really contemporaneous stuff as to what some of my clients have done in the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months that has worked really well for them. Now, when I was in practice, we went down that shopper docket road where you had a little ad on the back of a large commercial outlet like Woolworths or Coles or whatever it happens to be in your country, and that gives them a discount on vaccination or desexing or whatever. Typically, the clients that come in from a shopper docket type program are going to be your poorer quality clients. They'll take up a lot of your time to get that heavily discounted service or product, and they typically won't come back because they'll be looking for the next shopper docket program to enter. There's a similar program that's working really well for most of my clients, or the clients that are trying it. It looks a little bit like a shopper docket thing, and it is a coupon, it is a voucher, which I normally hate, I detest, I loathe, but it's working really well. I'm not suggesting you try it, mind you, but it'd be unfair of me not to tell you about it. And these are these things called Groupons, Groupons, and they're online vouchers. Okay? Now, the clients of mine that have been, I was initially very cautious about these. And so the clients that tried them actually measured the discounts they gave these guys and gals that came in, and whether these people actually came back a second time, a third time, and a fourth time and turned into real, genuine, good clients, or whether they were the fly-by-night clients. And typically a lot of these clients that came off these Groupon vouchers have turned into excellent clients. Now, I'm not saying they will for you, but I'm saying they did for my clients. I'm not trying to extrapolate. I'm simply giving you some strategies for you to try and use should you like to do so. Now, with a Groupon voucher, it's an online voucher, and typically you've got to give a heck of a discount. So if you'd normally sell that product or service for $100, the Groupon people would like you to sell that for $10 or $15 or $20 or $25 or maybe $30 or $35. So what a lot of my clients have done is they will bundle up vaccination, annual health check, a dog or a cat bath or wash, flea control, and then sell that, and that'd be typically worth $120, $130 or whatever, and they'll sell that for $35. The conversion rate has been really good, and the ongoing clients that have come from that have been excellent as well. Okay? Now, one of the things these clients have done is to make sure that when this, and let's say it's $130 of value back to $30. Let's assume that's what it is, and let's assume that it's a dog bath, a vaccination, annual health check, and some flea and some worming tablets. So what these guys have done is to make sure to maximise the sale. These clients of mine is they've made sure that when the client walks in the door and redeems that $130 voucher for $30 and has those services, that there are some ethical upsells attached. So that client will be asked, what about heartworm and what about flea control? Because they are not in that package. And they've found that a massive percentage of those Groupon clients that came in for that $100 discounted down to $30, service, have then elected to upsell or take that heartworm control or heartworm prevention and flea control. So that then turned into a $120 sale or whatever it happens to be on top of that $30. So that brings profit back into that equation. And like I said, and like I said, that typically a lot of these clients have turned into good, ongoing, valuable clients. So that's it. I thought it was only fair that I shared those strategies with you, so that if you wanted to give something out of the box and quite unusual, a burl for yourself, go for it. Please don't think that I'm recommending this as a strategy that works. I'm recommending it as something that I'd recommend that you investigate to see whether it works for you, just like any and other all client acquisition strategies out there. That's it for today. Diederik Gelderman over and out.